This old idea of growing trees just from things that are around nearby kind of started with the big lovely tree here out in front of our house. And so what we basically did is we found that there were just a lot of little small seedling type things. There's not very many of them left right now, but you know kind of what they look like. These come down at certain times of the year. And so we found that a lot of them were just growing out of our gutter, which is up over here. I don't know if I can show that or not. Yeah, there it is. So we collected a lot of them, and we showed in the still picture what we had collected and saved. And then what I did is I transplanted them into plastic pop cups that I found at different, McDonald's. When I'd go drive through, I'd get me one of those dollar Coca-Colas, then clean it out, wash it out, and then I would plant trees in it. And some of them are thriving, some of them haven't done as well. I'll tell you, one of the big problems is that the trees, they need water, but they don't need like an excess of water. And I think we've just had a lot more rain than expected. But some of these really nice ones on the right here are really doing well. If you notice, there's like a plastic cup that I got and then a straw that came with it. And then I poked holes in the bottom so that we wouldn't get an overabundance of water in there. So I've tried to water them occasionally, but there's been so much rain that they haven't really needed a whole lot of water. But my idea is, for almost nothing, I think I spent $12 on the dirt. You can grow your own trees, and you can contribute to our really important needs in our society today, is to have trees. So this is what I'm thinking is an important thing that we need to do, for not just for ourselves but for the future. And so here we have an opportunity to salvage something that just drops out of the sky and put it in something else that we can recycle into a good use, which is these cups. When the ball gets big enough, when the tree gets a little bit taller, then what I'm going to do is pull those roots, that root ball, out of there and plant it in a larger pot. And then once that gets bigger, then I'm going to try to pull the whole root ball out of there and plant it in the earth, and then just grow them in our neighborhood. So this is what I've got a passion for, is to sustain the things that we need for the basic things in life, like air and oxygen. And then of course we need wood, and wood can be used for energy, to burn, for heat, or it can build new houses so we have shelter, or it can just have seeds that you can eat. Some trees, like apple trees and peach trees, grow fruit. So this idea of all these different trees is so compelling and so important for mankind. And what I've been using here is something that's easy at hand for me. You may have a different kind of tree out in your yard, but you want to be a little bit careful about choosing the best kind of tree, because some trees, like locust trees, throw out a lot of leaves on the ground, and they can be considered kind of a trash tree because they're just overabundant. Plus they have thorns on them sometimes. You've got to be careful, especially around little kids and so forth. So just be careful in choosing what is your tree. Mine happens to be the maple tree, because I've always had an interest in it even since I was a little kid. And so I'm encouraging everybody to just grow some trees. It doesn't take very much time, and then you can help offset the number of trees that get cut down every year in order to support our environment and our society as we know it today. So basically this is my visual aid to explain my passion for trees.